Welcome to another edition of Campus Report. Today we'll see how dating services can heat up your love life as the weather gets warmer.
And Chanté Coleman gives us an inside look at the African American Student Services at UNM.
Ryan Hardway will show us how School Spirit is bringing trophies to schools around the state.
And we'll tell you about 2 new polls that have Santa Fe ranked highly and reaffirm the nickname, The City Different. I'm Blaise Aldrich.
And I'm Sophia DeConti. All this and more on today's edition of Campus Report.
Local coverage. Student perspectives. At the University of New Mexico, from the KNME studios, this is Campus Report.
Bathing suit season is just around the corner and another trend will be here soon. Breanna Cox has more.
The season to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend is here. That's according to this ad that keeps popping up on my computer. So just how do people find love in the land of enchantment? The options seem endless. So I sat down with the matchmaking queen of Albuquerque, owner of It's Just Lunch.
We match up busy professionals, and we're all about fun first dates. So that's what the business does. It is a completely great company, great job. Lots of fun.
Turns out she's not only finding love for others, she's finding love for herself.
When I first got divorced, it was horrific, and I don't really know why I went back online this year, but I did. I just was like, how am I going to meet anybody? And I do believe in dating services for exactly what I said. And he ended up being the first person to email me.
Griffin says she knows from experience that dating can be tough.
So there were, pictures that were probably 10, 15 years old. People checked that they didn't smoke, and they did. People said they were divorced, and they weren't.
This new fad of online dating has bridged generations, from divorcees to college students. UNM grad John Blake says people don't realize how their dating lives change once they've graduated.
People don't realize how easy it is to meet people in college and how hard it can become after college. Yeah. So your social life changes a lot.
Despite many of the preconceived notions or stereotypes,
dating services was like, who?
I was pretty skeptical at first of online dating.
People I talked to say you can find love through dating services.
I showed up for lunch one time and we hit it right off.
Meet Paul Castle. He found his future wife Trudy through It's Just Lunch.
We really were matched with each other.
Cyber romantics can send compliments with an online kiss or wink. If you're not feeling the person, you can even send them an online diss. These love hunters do have some words from the wise.
A lot of the men, and I'm sure the women too, but I'm not looking for women, aren't exactly truthful.
But gosh, if you're going to lie about something that I won't find out about, at least for years. Claim you have a PhD or something.
You can't be completely immersed in the online world.
And make sure you do.
I think the only important thing to keep in mind is relax.
I think with the internet, everybody just has to have a little bit more skepticism.
I date online and I date outside of the internet as well.
From green-eyed hotties to half-naked online surfers, if you're looking for love in the land of enchantment, it could be just a click or a date away. I'm Breanna Cox for Campus Reports.
The African American Student Services at UNM provides several different programs for students of all backgrounds, and it's created an atmosphere of unity for African American students on campus. Chanté Coleman reports.
The African American Student Services provides a place for African Americans to come and feel one with the other African American students on campus. According to graduate assistant Michelle Toussaint, the services at the facility are not just for the African American students, but all students.
Offer is open to everyone on the University of New Mexico campus, not just black students, not just ethnic students. They're open to anyone and everyone. Adobe Professional.
The African American Student Services has its own computer lab that students can come and use. They also provide tutoring service as well. Toussaint states that their open area is a place that brings up different types of conversations amongst the African American students.
Lots of conversation gets started here about a lot of things, everything from love, sex, and marriage, relationships. We also have definitely like forums that we plan that come in here, but this is kind of like the little bullpen, and you never know what kind of conversation is going to break out.
The African American students, along with the Native American students and Hispanic students, can get together in the combined meeting area to discuss several different issues. Senior Student Program Advisor Cherish Fine explains that the Student Services is more than just a place for African American students to come and mingle with each other. It also is a place that puts together programs to educate and help the African American students at UNM.
It's like workshops and forums for the students just to voice their opinions, and we've done workshops with sister-to-sister forums where we get the young black ladies together and talk about stuff that affect black women. We've done a forum called Act Right 101, breaking down the communication barriers between men and women, particularly blacks.
Small population of black people in Albuquerque, it's good that you have somewhere to come that gets you all together and lets you know that there is history here and you can learn about your culture without having to look as far as another state or having to do other things like that. There is a place you can come and feel comfortable with your blackness.
For Campus Report, this is Chanté Coleman.
School spirit is more than just pep rallies in the school gymnasium. It's become a competitive sport. Ryan Hardway reports.
If you thought the pit was only packed for college basketball, you might want to think again. March 30th and March 31st was the New Mexico Activities Association Spirit Competition. 57 schools packed the pit with their family and friends to show off their skills they had been working on all year, in hopes of bringing home a blue, red, or green trophy back to their school with pride. When you think of cheer competition, you think of cheerleading and school spirit. But dance and drill teams also competed with precision dance to show they had spirit too. It was not just high school students that were there this weekend. The New Mexico State Aggies cheer squad, as well as the University of New Mexico Lobos, were all there trying to recruit people for next year's squad. UNM mascot Bernadette Aragon agrees with recruitment. It is important, but she loves the finer things about being a mascot.
I like playing with the kids and messing around with the crowd.
Although messing around with the crowd is fun, Aragon understands the point of recruitment.
On our team while we show them what we can do and try to recruit some students here.
With each school only having 2.5 minutes to perform each night, the competition is intense. You will find many squads watching the TVs just to see their competition. In order for competitions to run efficiently, people have to work together. Toby Chavez says he just loves the work.
Doing this for 5 years. I worked security first, then I started working now for the association.
Is this a fun event to cover?
It's noisy, but it's fun.
Yeah, do you get to see a lot of girls and stuff like that? Are you enjoying yourself?
Well, to me, that's nothing. I just come to because I enjoy working, and here I meet a lot of people.
The judging of the competitions range from many different categories, such as cheer, cheer stunt, co-ed cheer, dance, and drill. To pack a competition of this magnitude into one weekend is a big task for anyone. With 57 schools and 5 different divisions, it takes a long time. Performance starts at 9 in the morning each day and lasts till about 9 at night. The squads must stay focused because 2.5 minutes is not a long time to show everything you got. So if you're one of those people that thinks school spirit only happens at a football and basketball games, you need to come out to the pit next March and find out for yourself. Take it from me and Toby. It's a great way to spend a week.
Oh, yeah. He's not doing anything.
For Campus Reports, this is Ryan Hardway.
Ryan also knows that crowd involvement is very important at sporting events. He recently sat down with Albuquerque Thunderbirds mascot Ben Schroeder.
Thank you for joining us today, Ben. I really appreciate it. Now, I understand that you have a very fun and entertaining job as the Albuquerque Thunderbirds mascot. Tell me a little bit about how you fell into a job like this.
Well, I have a close friend that works for the Albuquerque Thunderbirds, more doing office stuff, and he asked me if I could come down and fill in for the regular guy who had been out of town. And I went and did my first gig, and everything worked out, and it was fun and entertaining time, and I guess I've just been there ever since.
Okay. Now, currently I'm the mascot for the Lobos, and I think the biggest thing a mascot can do is fan involvement. What kind of techniques do you use for to get the crowd hyped up and things like that?
Well, the great thing about being in a mascot suit is it kind of takes away your human features, and it's something that everyone is pretty much able to relate to, no matter what their age or gender or race, anything like that. And it just seems like a good time. It's almost like an animated feature, and people are a lot more calm, as if you were around them as a regular person, and it turns out to be something very easy to do to get them excited and hyped up and laugh a little bit more, because you pretty much look ridiculous.
Of course, and no one can tell who you are in the suit. I mean,
exactly.
You're just a giant bird or a lowy or whatever you are. You're just jumping around, so that's fun. But now, what do you think you have above like a cheerleading? Because I just went to the New Mexico Activities Association cheer squad thing, and you know the cheerleaders are doing a great job, you know, with their spirit and everything. But what do you think a mascot can bring that, you know, the cheerleaders can't?
Well, I think the cheerleaders can only do so much. They can, you know, maybe pump up the crowd for a little bit, maybe start a cheer chant, but a mascot is able to do so much more. They are able to actually even almost get physically involved with the crowd, and they can go up and shake hands and ruffle little kids' hair, and just bring a whole new aspect and more fun, almost bringing everyone back to their being a child. And it's a lot easier to do and get them involved with the team.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
The numbers are in, and Santa Fe is looking up. New polls rank Santa Fe as #2 city for artists and creative people. Annie Breheny reports.
Albuquerque's neighboring Santa Fe was recently named #2 for artistic communities. Sperling's Best Places and BusinessWeek.com ranked Santa Fe above New York and behind only Los Angeles. Many Santa Fe residents in the art industry were not too surprised. Gallery owner Pierre Biave explains.
For me, I'm here since more than 20 years. It's not a new news. I'm very happy by the news that we are the second art market in the US, but we know that since a long time. It's not new for a gallery owner.
Although artisans in the city may not be surprised, those who were not previously aware of Santa Fe's reputation may help to increase tourism.
For the people that did not know that, it's still a good news for Santa Fe, for sure. It's a good news for Santa Fe. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by this news, really.
The community is hoping for this increase. Deputy Secretary of Cultural Affairs for the state of New Mexico, Troy Fernandez, explained Santa Fe's expectations.
Well, I think it illustrates, you know, how high-ranking the state is. You know, since at least the 1920s, New Mexico has been a sort of mecca to bring artists and artisans and lovers of art and culture to New Mexico. So this national ranking, I think, just further underscores the fact that New Mexico is a leader in the world of culture and arts. You know, per capita, probably it spends more than just about any other state in the nation for the preservation and promotion of arts and culture. So I think that continues to underscore the importance of New Mexico as a cultural player, and I think it will hopefully draw more people to visit New Mexico and to enjoy the rich and diverse cultures that we promote here.
So just how did Santa Fe rank so high? Rankings were based on those cities with the highest concentration of artistic businesses, museums, orchestras, dance companies, college arts programs, and cultural diversity, according to the Santa Fe New Mexican. Tourists enjoying these simple pleasures of Santa Fe explain what brought them to the city different.
Each of us has been here at other times during our lives, but we just wanted to come here and look around, and we bought some art in town in Santa Fe the other day, a bronze wall sculpture, and then we thought we'd come here just for fun and look around. We got some beautiful cards at one of the galleries here.
Even the tourists were not too shocked by Santa Fe's high ranking.
I'm not. I'm surprised it's #2 and not #1.
Yeah, I'm not surprised either. It's a great art community.
With so many people already aware of Santa Fe's artistic reputation, city officials still remain hopeful for positive outcomes due to the ranking.
I think it has a potential to. I mean, obviously, you know, people are, you know, what with the internet and information exchange the way it is, I think people are looking to travel to new and interesting places, and those who might not be familiar with New Mexico might look at that ranking as something that would be a draw for them, or an inspiring piece of, you know, coming here.
Whether or not the recent article in the Santa Fe New Mexican will influence the art community, we will have to wait and see. This is Annie Breheny reporting.
Well, that's it for this edition of Campus Report.
Even though we didn't bring you hard news stories, that doesn't mean we're not working hard to bring you the news.
We'll see you next time. I'm Sophia DeConti.
And I'm Blaze Aldrich. Thanks for watching.